Good num num numbing. Hello YouTube, I hope you're all doing well. We're back on our Star Rail bullshit. We're back on our usual BS. Off screen, just for the sake of trying to get a move on a little bit more, I did all the missions, all the character stuff. So like the Clara quest we had to do, and a couple other ones. Like we had one, I ended up doing one with Bailu and another one, I can't remember who with, because I did it like a while ago. Just basically just cleared them up, just getting a move on a little bit. Because it feels like we've had a few streams now where all I've done is just side questing. So for the sake of just letting things carry on, I've done it. Also, because it's been a while, my Trailblazer level has obviously gone up a lot again. I'm approaching very quickly getting up to level 60 for the next Equilibrium, and when I get to 65, I can get that trophy sorted. So then it really will only just be plot. So I've also been sitting on this message for too long. It's annoying me because I can't do it until I advance the main story a little bit further. And I'm like, God damn it. But I hope you've all been doing well. My squad has changed. Although you can't see it right this second. Just want to see if there's anyone here to talk to before I go outside the usuals. Oh, like Clara's here.
The express really does fly up in the sky. We must be really high up here, right?
Much higher than Savok's shoulders.
Like
Pretty awesome, right?
It's just like a movie. Actually, I've never seen a movie with views like this before. Next time, I'll have to convince Mr. Svarog to come along.
Seems like you like the Express very much.
I love it. Thank you for bringing me
I love
along.
it. Oh, that's so cute. But I digress. Last time we left off, we fought a giant deer because a tree like exploded, and we were going off, I believe, to the Alchemy Commission. Hence the name, the stream title. Oh, I was supposed to see if that's reset. I haven't been over there in like a week. And now you get to see the new squad! I still got Zila, Bronya, and Jingliao, but I've got a healer. I've got his little bean. And she really is just a healer. I wish I could say she's like a medic butt, but she really isn't. She can't do fuck all. She just heals. Oh, the guy is down here, so yeah, we can start off with our puzzles when we get back to plot. Bit of warm-up. Let's do your stupid tests. Alright, where's the origin one? I've got a plan. I think I got it. I think I know. I think I have the image. Move this down and then make it shoot straight along, and then have this one shoot up. I'm a king. Usually has them in groups of 3, so I'm ready. Alright, let's see what this one is. I think this is... It's either this one or this one are the only ones that can hit this one. This thing. So... If I move it, make it diagonal, but then how would I reach it on the flip? Because if I put this to the end, I can make it shoot diagonal to go through these two. But how would anything reach its beam? Because it would have to be an ender. So how would anything else reach it beyond this is what I meant. Firstly, let's just turn this into... Oh, I didn't... A direction that's vaguely helpful. So that's 3 done. But the problem is... we can't reach this one. Unless we do some real dumb shit. Like have that shoot diagonal to that, that across to that. That still wouldn't work, that wouldn't work at all. Because that would hit this one, but it wouldn't cross that. We need this one to be popped, so this laser has to go this way, really, because there's no way for it to really work. Because this one can only reach this. If it's only if it's down here. So it has to start from this one. Oh, never mind, I think I've got it. Nope, counterclockwise I wanted. No, because I don't get this fucking top one, damn it. Is that this one? This one is the bastard. This one up here. Oh, is that reach? Hang on. I'm just gonna shoot. Let's just see. Save me having to try and maths it. Okay, that does work. Awesome. That one was a little mean. That one was actually kind of hard.
Not bad.
One more. It can't be that top one, because I think its positioning is bad, regardless of how you handle it. So I think it has to be this one, it has to hit. And now we're at a dead end because that can't really... That has to pop this one, but this one they will make it go in a loop, so it'll hit this. That'll hit that, I think. Oh, no, I think I've got it. I think I had the end of it solved before I had the beginning of it solved. Hang on. Shoot it up, shoot it down, shoot it along, then hit these to clear the rest. I started on the end. Right? Up, break that one, diagonal, break that one, down, break this, back across to hit this one, that breaks those two, that one breaks that last diagonal, this one breaks the last one left. Hell yeah!
Hey, you're pretty generous.
And you're all sorted. Awesome. Alright, now I'm awake. Now we've done our puzzle solving for the morning. Oh, I'll worry about that later. Let's warp to here, just because it's close. And then pass through the Artisan Commission's shortcut to head to the Alchemy Commission. Oh boy, Alchemy. Hello, Fabled. I hope you're doing well. I'm back on my story mode. Actually trying to advance the plot. Last we left off, we just fought that deer. We're heading into the Alchemy Commission.
Whoa. Looks like the battle here was intense.
The Master Diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the Artisanship Commission.
The only thing of real note I know about the Alchemy Commission is that when I got Huahua, her boss resource, when I went to go get it went in the Alchemy Commission. I was like, damn, I can't get it yet. I'm doing exceptionally, adequately, delightfully, sensationally sensational. Okay, dude. Can't imagine Foshuan obeying orders to the word.
Indeed. She'd act on the results of her divination.
And I would have started streaming sooner today, but to be blunt, I was watching people play Lethal Company and really getting FOMO watching it, because I was like, man, I wish I had a good PC. Well, a PC, really. Because I'd absolutely play the shit out of that game, get some friends together for it. It looks fun as hell.
Thank goodness the general didn't make us go with the knights. Fighting is totally different from adventuring.
I really need fair enough. What's your team?
To bear.
I'm afraid this is nothing, Benefactor. Centuries ago, an emanator of abundance besieged the Luofu with the aim of taking the ambrosial arbor. They destroyed half our delves and killed most of the Cloud Knights.
Oof.
For long-life species, such events are more like yesterday's memories than ancient history. This awful spectacle is child's play in comparison.
Hey, is that supposed to make us feel better?
It's hard to tell if the Master Diviner won or lost here.
Oh, I didn't read that because I was doing the text. Whoops, what did I just say? I think she won total victory.
I think so too. I can't see many Cloud Knights. The Xianzhou must have fought well.
Not necessarily. There'd usually be a base with
Leo
supporting
March,
forces
Natasha,
set up after a successful
and Sampo or
engagement,
Serval, depending on the enemy. Or
we
Serval,
don't
to pronounce
see
it properly.
any of that.
If I take Natasha to Huahua if I get her. Fair enough. Yeah, my squad is Zila, Bronya, Jingliao, and Huahua now. It was Himiko on the end, but as much as I love Himiko, and I'm glad I've got her before her inevitable demise, because it's a Honkai game and her name is Himiko, so she's not going to live, she just wasn't really compatible with my party, and I really needed a healer.
Let's look around and see if we can find some clues.
And to be fair, my Huahua isn't completely fully built yet, because obviously I haven't been able to get her boss resources naturally, so I've been grinding other bosses and then converting the resources to her boss loot, but you can only do that so much a week, so you know, things eventually started to stop me. Oh, what are these artifacts? Whoops. No, go. Ooh. A HP artifact set. That might actually be good for Huahua. When the wearer is hit or has their HP consumed by an ally or themselves. Oh, consumed! Oh, okay, never mind. I'll keep what I have then. She's not about consuming her health. She's not that kind of character. I have Blade and Welt in my older account, but I had a Bandit due to... Well, I play on PS5 now from mobile. This is the Blade one, but it's not the same as Genshin. And so to start over and getting the L. Oh, fair enough. I'll never mess with any of that. I would have thought you'd have been able to, What? Oh, okay, I was about to say, what do you mean there's 15 treasure chests? This area's tiny. Zoom out the map, Robu. Yeah. Is there really no way to transfer over any of your stuff? Or are you at a point now where you're, like, so committed to where you are, you're not that fussed? Yeah, the music's a lot more haunting for this area than I thought it'd be when I read Alchemy Commission. I know it's because, like, walls went down here and shiz, but still.
Time well spent.
Oh, and there's crows. I heard that. Ah! Ah! Oh, hey, one man. Hope you're doing well. Oh, new battle theme. What the f... What in the Nier Automata are you playing, game? What is this music? The Genshin is linked to Hoyolab on PS5 and I can't unlink it, so I prefer playable both games under the same profile. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, this is the Alchemy Commission battle theme, I'm guessing, then.
I can do this! Protect me! Protect me! You'll pay for this.
Tedious. So you are afraid of me?
This battle is unavoidable.
Rebound Raw. Oh, it makes someone else go first when it dies. Oh, interesting.
I'll free you from your chain. Disappear
Well,
among the sea of butterflies.
Shame about that. I can get out of here.
The past.
We need Scythe characters in Genshin. For Variant Claymore, please, whoever's make it happen. I mean, they are doing more variants. Navia, despite being a greatsword user, uses a battle axe instead. Okay, so the thing with the dogs is that if they die, they will make one of their teammates go first.
Needs targets.
They'll get turn priority, so it's best to leave them till last, so then they can't prioritize fucking anything. But that's a cool battle theme. The Alchemy Lab theme's kind of nice.
Not bad.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
I just want more diversity in general. I'm surprised that Genshin hasn't introduced a new weapon type at all since launch. I kind of thought it would be like one of those obvious things to do, that as the time goes on, they would eventually introduce a new weapon type into the meta. And it's clear that they want to, with some of the Catalyst users. The moment some Catalyst users started just using gauntlets and they just had a Catalyst behind them was the moment I was like, yeah, they kind of want to make a gauntlet weapon, but they're just not for some reason. And I get now it'd probably be too late, because if they actually made a proper gauntlet weapon, it'd be like, well, why is there like 3 characters that just punch and kick but don't have a gauntlet now?
Be careful. Those monsters are pretty tough.
The monster's rigid body, several conspicuous wounds are shrinking at a speed discernible to the naked eye. Despite the absence of any vital signs, you sense that the monster in front of you is not completely dead. Alright. Hi, what can I sell you? Stranger! Sorry. I need to get back to Resident Evil. Fun fact, Jane Animation's finally did Genshin. You know, I saw someone on Twitter post something along the lines of, oh god, it's happening, and it was like a picture of like the thumbnail. And like, that's it. I haven't watched the video. Why you buy it? Yeah. I need to do 4 remake. Next year, my 2, like... I've got a lot more than just 2, but like the 2 horror-esque games, or just horror genre games, that I really want to catch up on. I want to do RE4 remake, and I want to do Alan Wake 2. But I'm not sure how Alan Wake 2 will go down, because Remedy hire a real-life band to do some of the music for all their games, and so that can... I fear that might be copyright hell. It was the biggest reason why I've never streamed the original Alan Wake, because like 90% of the music would be copyrighted to shit. And I think Control would be fine up until the Ashtray Maze. And if you don't know what the Ashtray Maze is, I'm not going to spoil it for you. All you need to know is a lot of music plays in that section, and I'm pretty sure it's all copyrighted. Got a game for you, not sure if it's on PSN. But Alan Wake 2, I know that same band is involved, so I'm like, ugh. I'm not playing Fear and Hunger, dude. I have negative interest in that game. The more I look into it, the more I'm like, yeah, it looks cool and whatnot, but I'm fine. Outlast is okay. Outlast is a fun little, like, ride the first time you play it. It is such a non-existent product anytime afterwards. Once you know how it works, it's literally just a string of jump scares, and very little can kill you, because if something spots you, you can just jump a desk and they're fucked. And I think a lot of people realised that, which is why Outlast 2 was nowhere near as good. In a lot of people's eyes. A lot of people didn't like Outlast 2 because they realised it was just Outlast 1, but in a bigger area. And so the spectacle of it had gone. I haven't played the new one, though, which I heard good things about. But it was one of those, like, Outlast Trials, I think it's called, or The Outlast Trials. I heard good things about it, and then I stopped hearing anything about it. You know? If you ever get that? Like, when it came out, I heard loads of people talking about it for, like, that day, and people saying, oh, it's really great, oh, it's super fun, oh, you really gotta give it a go. For just that day, the very next day, no one was fucking talking about it. And I was like, what? Did it just drop off? What happened? Outlast in VR, though? That could be good. It'd work better in VR, because you're not doing anything else other than just moving around and hiding in things. So it wouldn't be, like, overly complex to get working in VR. Little Nightmares? Oh yeah, one of the last Let's Plays I did before I converted to streaming was the original Little Nightmares. And it was a fun Let's Play to do. It was on the very tail end of me doing Let's Plays, so it was during a time where a lot of my Let's Plays just weren't doing well in views. Which was part of the reason why I wanted to do something different anyway, which helped lead me to start live streaming. Because, like, there was definitely, like, a peak period with my Let's Plays, and then once that peak period passed, I was like, no one's watching my shit anymore. And I know that ultimately doesn't matter, you do what you want to do, but at the same time, when absolutely no one's watching your effort, you're like, man. But I do want to... I haven't played Little Nightmares 2, and I really want to, because I did enjoy Little Nightmares 1. And I know Little Nightmares 3's got co-op, and I'm like, man, that could be fun. I know it's not out yet, but it's supposed to have co-op, and I'm like, that could be fun. Yeah, there's still survivors here, March said.
You're not the Knights. What is your purpose here? It's dangerous.
We're reinforcements sent by the General.
I think for me, it's just, like, to get back to the horror conversation for a second, I'm just not a big fan of what I'd call, like, the YouTube bait horror games. If that makes sense. Like, I don't like... where it's all where it's basically focused around the jump scares. I want atmosphere, I want storytelling, I want things that stick in my mind after the experience, not, you know? It's why I grew up with, it's why I love Silent Hill so much. The first 4 Silent Hill games, they weren't jump scare scary, but they fucking left something in your head after you were done scary. Oh yeah, I live streamed Evil Within 2. I let's played it was funny. I let's played Evil Within 1, like back when Evil Within 1 first came out. And at the end of it, I was like, oh, if they ever do a sequel, that would be really nice. This game's got a lot of potential. The first game's got problems, but it's got a lot of potential. I could see them doing a sequel. If they do a sequel, I'll let's play it, like, as soon as it's out. No biggie. It came out, I platinumed it, As in, so did the game on the hardest difficulty, which, if you don't know what it is, Evil Within 2's hardest difficulty makes it so you can only save 7 times across the entire fucking game. So you have to space out all the content for, like, making sure you save at the parts if you're going to be tough, etc, etc. Platinumed it, and I was like, yeah, man, I've done, like, 3 full playthroughs of this game now. I don't really want to play it again right this second. It then took me, like, another 4 years before I actually got around to, like, playing it again, and then that's when I live streamed it. That camera dude, too bad he didn't stick around much, yeah. Oh, Stefan in the second game, I know what you mean. It was a fun boss, though. Evil Within 2 had some genuinely really fun boss fights. The only one that was kind of whatever was the final boss, just because it was big monster, shoot the glowy bits. And if you've played a horror game, you've fought a boss fight that has which is big monster, shoot the glowy bits. If you played Dead Space, you've done that. If you played Resident Evil, you've done that, you know? So it felt a little generic, but all the other bosses were fun. My favourite one was the bosses in Chapter 14, where if you played Evil Within 1, it's a trip down memory lane where it plays like this super aggressive remix of all these tracks from the first game, and then you do a boss rush of the first game's bosses. And I was like, that's sick, that's cool. But this time, instead of being you're just running away from them or trying to do traps for them, it's during a point in time where you have all your weapons. So it's like, it's that deliverance of being able to deal with all the things that gave you problems in the first game. Just fucking turn it back on them. It was so cool. It's a shame we never got Evil Within 3 because 2 sold kind of shit. Bethesda didn't really advertise that game at all, and it just sold miserably, and it was a real shame. I mean, Tango Gameworks went on to do amazing things. I mean, by amazing things, I mean Hi-Fi Rush, so I'm not complaining. I don't know if they would have gone straight to Hi-Fi Rush if it wasn't for Evil Within 2 not doing so well, but I'm happy for them. It's Ruvik's spirit, so to speak, is still somewhere in the world, but they kind of like didn't touch that at all. But if you look at some of the stuff in Evil Within 2, it was clear they were trying to set up a trilogy, and they wanted the third game to answer everything, because Joseph is nowhere to be seen in the second game either, and there's even a side quest where it's acknowledged that Joseph isn't anywhere. So that, and like, Joseph might be after Ruvik. That could be something. You know, there are loose threads that they just never got back to.
Resorting to short-lived species as reinforcements. Jingyuan is truly running out of options.
Run! She's a disciple of Sanctus Medicus!
Silence. If my healing worked, you'll become one of us. And then it's not just me they'll be running from.
Alright, let's go kill the creepy lady.
Hurry! Leave here! I can't control myself anymore!
Give me strength! This battle is unavoidable.
Stand down.
Hey, do you want to see? Do you want to see a child literally just get possessed? Hey, watch Wafa's ultimate.
Side amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Now everyone gets an attack boost and an energy recharge.
The lives of short-lived species are so fleetingly brief. Why seek death?
Free from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Blade of Moonlight.
What a headache.
Would you be immortal or weak or very powerful but have a short life?
Who's next?
Why did you come to the Xianzhou?
To
seek immortality? You don't have to appease Jingyuan. The disciples of Sanctus
The problem with
Medicus
immortality
provide
is the fact that
all
everyone you've
you
ever loved will
desire.
die before you. And so I kind of don't want that. And power brings attention, and I like keeping to myself. So I don't really like either of those options.
Come on.
The whole
I'm gonna
being weak
try
or being
something
strong
out.
doesn't... Neither of that really bothers me. It's just, if it's immortal, everyone I've ever loved will leave eventually. And if I'm too strong, people will notice, and I don't want to be noticed. I mean, it'll only be for a while if I've got a short life, but then it'll be a short, like, neither would be happy for me.
Ready for death.
For immortality. That's fair enough.
What a headache.
I just find it too sad, personally, to lose everyone you love because you're the only one that's still there. Maybe I've just played too much Xenosaga and Xenogears. Xenosaga especially. Once you see Albedo's story in Xenosaga, it changes you as a fucking person. It changes you as a person. And you watch how that man fucking breaks over watching his whole family die of AIDS just because he's immortal. And the slow descent that he takes throughout the course of the trilogy.
Don't waste your time. They've...
While also being the creepiest motherfucker in the planet. Hey, remember? Hey, guys, hey, anyone who's played Xenosaga, hey, do you remember that one bit in Xenosaga 1 where he literally sticks his hand inside of a child? Yeah, I fucking do, and it creeped the shit out of me. Hey, anyone remember when he went up to, Rubido's girlfriend and cut his own fucking head off and then stamped it into the ground just to prove a point that he's immortal? Probably scarring her for life? Yeah, I do. And whilst his head is, like, flopped on the ground about to be stamped in, he starts spewing literal fucking French poetry at her. Making reference to how she's just a little pet to the world around her. Yeah, I do. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. I was like, what the fuck is this in my Japanese RPG? What the heck's going on here? You may lose people, but you get a whole new set of people you normally wouldn't. Yeah, and then you lose them too. It's a constant give and take with immortality. It's dependent on your heart. If your heart is extremely attaching, like mine, it's nothing but pain because it's nothing but people you're gonna lose. But if it's someone, if it's like you can keep it, I think it's like if you can keep it casual and just be buds, then you'll be a little sad, but then you just got more friends. Like, you know, you can just level it out. But if you get attached, then it's nothing but a cycle of pain. And that's my problem. I know I would. As much as I bitch about some things, I genuinely love humanity. You know, I love people. I love the world. And so that would just be asking for me to keep on stepping on bear traps for the rest of eternity. And I mean, if you're immortal, what happens in like 6 million years when the Earth blows up? Are you just going to be floating in space like, well, this is everything now, you know? It's not a cynicalism of cynical. It's a cynicalism of I love the world, so the idea of being immortal, so everyone I ever loved will have to leave eventually, would be a lot to bear for me. It can pretty much lead to madness. Blade can be an example. Yeah, I kind of gathered Blade was immortal. The way that motherfucker was behaving, I was like, this guy's getting away with a lot of shit that you shouldn't if you're normal. You think Rises why is space so cold? Because it hits the atmospherical wall called the ozone layer. It literally hits a fucking wall. A new planet of new life? Yeah, true. And maybe, who knows, maybe there'll be a planet of immortals. Well, most of it hits the ozone layer. The sun transmits the energy, it reacts with our oxygen to make the heat, it bounces off the ground and then gets stuck in the ozone layer. But it starts burning the ozone layer if it gets too hot, which is why we get climate change and global warming. And our factories and bullshit make it way hotter, way quicker, so the ozone layer can't recover from its burn wounds. Which is what accelerates climate change so much. Science. Can you tell I got a good grade in science class?
Go! The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
He stops talking. It could be because he's exhausted as he's waiting for you to leave him be.
Let's go.
Can we just... No, I can't put him out of his misery.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshut the...
Sorry to interrupt you, I'm just trying to say there's a puzzle around here.
The greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret
Oh, there's a combat challenge
organization
up
for
here.
millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
The moon shines on the truth.
Oh, okay, that's the end of the zone. I do like that the game quiets down the audio in the game. I know it sounds like any game should do this, but it quiets down all like the voice acting and sound effects when there's dialogue in the story. Do you believe in aliens? I believe that there has to be something out there. If everything is infinite, there has to, by extent, be infinite possibilities of everything that can happen. But I'm not in the same, like, I'm not on like the, oh, I think there's going to be like Martians on some moon somewhere. I'd be more like, there's probably like planets with other microorganism parasites, but because we're too far away even from modern science, we don't actually know. Because there's planets with water, and water suggests something natural, and so maybe something natural can develop through the course of evolution. There's also that hell planet that was literally discovered on Halloween this year, which is wicked. All the land is nothing but lava, but it meets water, so it's just like red and blue, and it's just like fucking sweet.
We've entered the storm.
And she's like, wait, yeah.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
All will be revealed.
And I mean, it's not too far to think that other humanoid-like beings could exist in the cosmos to begin with, because we are the way we are through evolution.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
And although things can always evolve in different ways, and things can change, and planet sustainability can make certain forms of evolution impossible or whatever, and depending on the planet's climates, even if they do evolve, they could evolve in a different way. There's still that chance, you know. There's a lot of roadblocks, but there's still that chance, you know. And if it's like, and if it's an entirely oceanic planet, there could be like just oceanic like beings on a planet somewhere.
What a headache. I'll end your misery.
Physical pressure. Yeah, but in a world like that was like the whole origin of this point, that in an infinite climate there's a good chance there's at least something out there that's had a similar or identical situation.
Don't mess with me.
Fontaine planet? Hell, if there is a Fontaine planet, fucking send me.
From your chains. Disappear among the
Send
sea
me.
Of butterflies.
I'll never come back.
I'll end your misery.
Regardless of which Fontaine it is, it could be fucking Fontaine from Bioshock, still fucking send me, or die in peace. In-game. I know, like, ultimately, the likelihood is, like, 0 point, like, as many zeros as you want one sort of thing, where it's like the odds are extremely little, but the whole time the odds aren't 0, it's just an interesting thing to think about. Like I said, I think the only kind of, like, aliens that are probably out there at current are probably things that are, like, no bigger than bacteria.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Jesus Christ, the tail! Oh yeah, the tail has a voice of its own, by the way, if you don't know Hua Hua. Her tail is a ghost that's just hanging onto her. And she literally just calls it Mr. Tail, so we don't know what his real name is, or what its name once was, or whatever.
So you are afraid of me. I'll end your misery.
But it's like a very angry big brother. It's not about chasing... Well, I suppose depending on what field of study you're in, it might be. But it's not really about that, it's more about, like, it's just fun to think about. At least for me. You know, if I went over to Fontaine, I would probably hear that too many times, because I would probably somehow break a rule. Because remember when you first go in there, there's like a bunch of rules that are just there, and you're like, why does this exist? Why is it illegal for me to have a floating object? Like, I would just walk in, having no understanding of the culture, and just get fucked. I'd just sit, and then I'd just be staring up at New Valade, like that one meme where you're like scrambling on the ground, like the Pepe scrambling on the ground, looking up at the giant. That'll be me, and it would just be New Valade looking down at me, going, according to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. I'm like, no! I'm innocent! I didn't know!
Protect me! Protect me! Don't come any closer!
How dare you go off without shut going to trial? Yeah, exactly.
I'll free you from your chains!
I'll go get to know Rivalry rather personally. You'd be like, how the fuck did you get down here? I was like, I don't know! I just arrived!
Will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I said earlier. I don't really mind which Fontaine I go to. Both of them will be fun for different reasons. One of them I get to see... I get to embrace, like, the coolest fashion sense I wish more people embraced. The other one, I will be dead before long, so it's a win-win regardless. I'm kidding.
Who's next?
Valentino is your attorney. Oh, no, I would...
You'll pay for this.
I would probably get, like, shot before long. I'd probably just arrive and be like, hey, this person is just an idiot. Let's just put him down. Let's just, like, fucking George and Lenny this motherfucker.
I'll end your misery.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
I think I'd love to become friends with Navia. Navia seems like someone that you could sit down and have really lengthy talks about anything, and it would be enjoyable. Clarande I'd be way too shy to ever talk to because she's way too hot. Alchemy I'd be way too shy to talk to because she's way too hot. Linny and Lynette I think would be fun, but I think they'd start to annoy me after a while because all their magic shit. Fremine, I would be able to relate to because he's shy as anything, so I'd be like, it's okay, dude, I'll be your friend. Rivalry, I'd be too nervous to talk to because he's hot as fuck. Novalet, I'd be terrified to talk to because, like, you're literally judge, jury, and executor. Fucking no, thanks. That new military chick, I forget her name, with the purple hair that was just shown off in the teaser. I think she'd be fun too, but the fact that she's military trained and, like, knows how to, like, properly organize a rifle, and one of her idle animations is literally her, like, building a rifle, I'd be like, you gonna use that rifle? What are you gonna use it on? Am I safe? Sometimes Robu, friend someone is insufferable as you can befriend anyone. It's not a matter of, like, not being able to, it's a matter of I'd be scared to approach because some of them are just too goddamn hot, and I'd just be like Scott Pilgrim trying to talk up Ramona, and like when you just go up to and you just talk bollocks, and you're just like, I should probably leave because nothing I'm saying is making sense anymore because I'm so nervous. As long as you can make a Morty oh whoops, I wasn't even trying to do a Morty impression. I think everyone's got a pocket Rick and Morty, really. That was like the biggest, funniest thing about Justin Roiland getting outed as a problem, is that we knew that he would be replaced instantly because everyone can do a Rick and Morty impression. Everyone can go, oh, Morty, and everyone can go, oh, jeez, Rick. Everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. So it's like, I could fucking replace him. Charlotte,
Troublesome.
I would become best friends with. I nearly forgot about Charlotte. Charlotte, I would genuinely become best friends with. She's a little obsessive with her journalism and whatnot, but I genuinely adore anyone with that kind of sparky do-good spirit of just, I want to go see what we can do. I want to go find out what can go. I would love her so much.
Protect me! Protect me! You'll pay for this.
Not that I don't think she'd ever settle, because I think she's married to her work, but still.
There's always a weakness.
Yeah, but she's a journalist. Yeah, but she's like drinks some water, like spits it to the side, like shudders a little bit. Journalist.
Blade of moonlight.
Container rigging. Yeah, I'd like to think Child's learned from last time. Can't wait for him to show up in Natlan though.
So you are afraid of me. I'll end your misery.
To be fair, outside of Yelan, everyone in my main party is someone I think I'd be friends with. Yelan being like a hyper-professional, classy lady spy. I'm just like, I wouldn't even probably meet her, let alone be her friend, you know? I wouldn't get the chance to meet her because, you know, like, high-quality spy life, unless I'm like, I put myself on her radar. And if I do that, she's absolutely probably doing it to kill me, not to be my friend.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Skirkot is child as a bowling ball. Yes, I have, and it's brilliant, because that's basically what she does. She just yeets that bitch so hard.
Don't mess with me. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
You know, having a whole legion of wolves is a little annoying. So it means every time one dies, another one gets its turn boosted. Thankfully, I have priority, but still. Oh, you can... Oh, and this one rallies them, okay.
Ready for death.
I'll end your misery. What a... Who's next?
Let's work on with these wolves. So there's a version of them that boosts an ally's... in one of its allies' attacks if it dies, and there's another one that can summon. So we got to do a bit of threat evaluation every time we see them then moving forward. Anywhere else to look around? I'm just kind of exploring a little bit. Ow. And we get to listen to more of this pretty damn sick battle theme, so...
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Yeah, and he's going to boost his turn, which that's fine because it's mounted crossbow.
This battle
I don't really need to heal, so I'll just leave the turn.
So you are afraid of it? A sharp scythe needs targets.
Oh, it's been a while. Alright, let's do this. Oh, that was... Oh, okay. I'm gonna play this game to expand. But yeah, it's the same with Genshin. I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes the same with Zenless with you, dude. It'd be the Athean Wars event, right?
That wasn't necessarily difficult.
Not directly, but the reason why I say not directly, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Actually, no, that is what I'm looking for. It's been logged in here, so the story events of it I can do. It's just like most of the like bonuses that came with the event I can't. It's like the museums here, Boulder Town's here. I can't do this yet either, but I haven't got far enough. But I think eventually I'll be able to do it, just not yet. So I'll eventually be able to do the Pokemon later on. In the same vein, this, if I don't get to it in time, will probably become like on like the time event thing. It's one of the best quality of life I love about this game. Compared to Genshin. Genshin, big story event comes and goes. Well, it's an event, so too bad, it's gone. This game, big story event comes and goes. Well, you can still do the story of it. And I'm glad too, because they made the museum stuff a trophy. So I had to do it. And to be fair, it was pretty fun. It was pretty, like,
I can do this.
addictive, actually. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it's pretty fun. The only trophy that's going to probably take me a while is that I need to actually commit to doing Simulated Universe. More.
Who's next? I'll end your misery.
Champion in, champion like red suit. Oh, that's funny. I know it's basically like Pokemon, but not.
You'll pay for that.
Get them!
Which, of course, Hoyoverse are the type to make their turn-based RPG have a side mode which is a completely different turn-based RPG. Of course they do that. It's like when they used to make you do a tower defense game in like some of the older Genshin events. I think they've retired that now. I think after like every time they brought it back, they dumbed it down more than the time before. They eventually kind of just accepted that people aren't a big fan of it anymore. It was fine the first time, but every time after that, they just kind of got a bit finicky about it. I kind of preferred the original version where you basically had like a shop in between rounds to buy what weapons you want to build up. Sort of like it was like Bloons Tower Defense or something. Instead of it just being like, you get upgrades on the fly, apply them as you get them. I'm like, nah, it's not as fun.
What a headache.
Also, if it hasn't been made obvious by that, my throat's still a little off.
Entered the storm.
Wind Trace needs to be... I get why they don't make Wind Trace permanent, because eventually it would just drop off in player base, but I do miss it every time it's gone. Prop Hunt.
In lunar flame.
Because that's genuinely fun, and I like every time they bring it back, they have new maps, so I can't wait for them to bring it back, and then, like, we're playing hide and seek in Fontaine.
Illusions of the past.
Or playing hide and seek in the fucking Fortress of Mirapede. Actually, I think the Fortress would be a good place for hide and seek. Like, unironically. I was just more saying that as a joke at first, but I think that would actually be good.
I'm scared. Protect me. Protect me. This battle is unavoidable. Don't mess with me. Who's next? There's always a weakness.
But speaking of Zenless, the next beta starts in like a couple days. Which is exciting. Good to see how much the game's changed since its last beta over a year ago. And they started dropping character trailers. We got to see Billy's like actual proper gameplay trailer dropped at, this morning. At least this morning UK time. And that game looks super sick. I can't wait. As someone who loves that kind of Jet Set Radio-esque aesthetic and feel to it, it going completely ham on it and like bring it on, like I'm ready. And it's also like, you can see it a little with Star Rail, but in Zenless especially, it's like, man, you can see that this game went into development after Genshin made like $6 quintillion. You know? It's like, you look at Zenless's animation quality, you look at like the level design, you look at how detailed the characters are and how much more varied they are even compared to like Star Rail and Genshin. And how everyone has radically different movesets, yet the movesets are far deeper mechanically. What the f... I don't know if you guys can see that because of my frame rate, but this wall is glitching out. It wasn't going to, because I think Gaiden came out too late. I think. To be fair, if any game that comes out too late technically rolls over to the following year, so there's a chance... Depends what comes out next year, but there's a chance it'll be in the 2024 Game Awards. I can see it too. Like, unironically. Oh, is there stairs back there? Hang on, I'm trying to clear out this area as I go. Zenless Zone Zero, Hoyoverse's next game, because I think that's what you're asking about, Fabled, is a roguelike action RPG that they are working on, which is their next generational leap forward. They want it not to like reinvent the wheel, but they want it to kind of like break out of their comfort zone and do different things with it. Because this Genshin and Impact Third, although different within themselves, there's certain things that make it characteristically a Hoyoverse game, and they kind of want to mix that up and kind of try something different with it, which I'm all for. I'm all for them trying to do something different. Like, we don't even know if any characters being labeled as 4-star or 5 stars, because it's seeming like they're doing away with that system, which is like, that's probably for the better. Just have people get characters instead of like splitting them up from the badder ones and the gooder ones. And it being a proper roguelike and not a infinite brawler just makes it more interesting, because then you mean you actually get fucking story. There's going to be story and stakes and progressions and shit like that. And we already know from the most recent trailer that the Herishers from Honkai are in it, so we know it's got ties to Honkai Impact 3rd.
Illusions of the past. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend.
Remember that? Oh, remember the shovelware? Yeah, I do. Will there be any continuation progress and guidance soon? I haven't advanced the story at all. I've just been side questing in Chapter 2. I've just been doing side shit. Ow. I'll get back to it soon, though.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
But I'm super excited for it because I love the Jet Set Radio art style. I adore the Jet Set Radio kind of style. I think it's one of like the most like flashy, colourful, and just appreciable art styles out there. I know it's got another name. It's basically just like super shell shading with like a graffiti-esque feel to it. It's the easiest way to put it. So it's got a bit of like an oomph and style to it, while still being kind of cell shading-y. But I just love it. Ow! This thing fucking hurts. It's almost like I'm getting punched by a gorilla. It hurts. I think this tracks, man. Well, I'll get there eventually.
Hey, you're pretty generous.
Yeah, I gathered that much, but it wasn't going to stop me, so... Let's move you out the way for a sec. I think I'm fucking this up more than I'm helping myself here. Hang on. Yeah, I didn't mean to cancel it out, but it's probably for the best. I was fumbling that hard. Oh, other way, whoops. But then that fucks up its positioning for there. fuck! Oh no! It's so annoying. I'm so close, yet so far. This one's pretty tricky. Oh well, I'm stubborn. Ah! Content right here. I'm doing my best. This bitch. Fuck. Jesus Christ, this one's so mean. Oh. You got this, thank you. Oh, hang on. That still doesn't work because that's in an awkward spot. Move you up for a second. Move you along one. Move you into place now. I'm stuck back where I fucking was. Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. Why'd they put the final fucking boss here? What the hell is this? Sorry, I'm aware this is not fucking good content at all, but I am stubborn. Fuck, well, I'm probably for the better. We get good wishes if you solve this, yeah. Yeah, I need to make it so all of them hold their position, which is just what I'm missing currently. Oh, well, fuck. Well... 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 How did you do that one? The problem is, it worked in that position because I had an extra block underneath to shuffle under. What I actually think I need to do... I think I've got what I need to do, it's just doing it. Hang on. Got it. I needed those two to flip. Those two on the side, I needed them to flip positions. Those two on the side were always the ones that was causing me trouble. Can you tell, like, we're playing Professor Layton? And was extremely fucking stubborn all the time. It's really a good thing they haven't been remastered to consoles I own. Yeah, playing. What's wonder what's holding them up so much? Yeah. But who is the real victor here? I'm gonna get nervous every time I approach the crane now, just in case the puzzle it throws at me is another one of them. Because that one was very mean. It was simple, but it was mean. It was just you needed to swap the other two so then they would fit. I think we've done all the exploring we can of this part of the map. So let's just proceed. Oh, it's a safe zone. Alright, sweet. I don't feel safe. I feel like my brain's been burned. That's the other side of there. Keypoint's not going to let me pass, so I talk to these guys. So let's do this.
Who goes there? Show yourselves!
Because we're really hiding ourselves. Show yourselves, he says, staring at us flat, like directly in the face.
Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesized your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances.
Fu Xuan was here?
Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns. That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
Best Tingyun. Tingyun's like, look, I might be a merchant, but you guys walk around too much. Okay, so we got pulled up here. I guess we can't go down there. Gee, I wonder if there's a boss fight in that spot. Jeez.
Have you talked with these disciples, benefactor? What do you make of them? Why would they betray the Luofu? I don't understand.
Guessing we can't leave. It's gonna be like, no one leaves. Just guess, but just to warn you, there have been some dangerous sightings ahead. For your own safety, please stay back. Fine, I'm looting your treasure though. It's like I'm a prisoner who's murmuring to himself.
I saw myself become thunder, become a storm that set in the elixir crucible. I could smell the future. Mere flesh will not trap me. I am the Abendir. I see the leaves and branches covering the sky. I will change again.
We captured a few devils from the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Some of them are already mad.
Yeah, and Stell just turns around to the guard and does like the signal for like you know, the flat hand signal around the neck, like it's not good. Alchemist's eyes are unfocused, darting back and forth as he's looking at the two diverging ends of a path. Dude's a deer, yeah. At least he thinks he is. Why am I back here? I just clicked on the box. What the fuck? Hey! The fuck was in that box? I was only half reading. Fine, I'll talk to people. I was just scouting around. There's a ghastly paleness in the face of the resident Cloud Knight. As you approach him, he nods his head in a salute.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat.
How's the sitch?
We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the Plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us.
Because how many companion quests I've done so far? All of them that have been made available to me so far. I haven't done all of them because looking at my trophy list, I know I haven't done all of them. But I have made a big dent. I have done a fair number of them.
And after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another.
There's a wounded warrior didn't make it back to his unit.
Thanks for your intel. I'll dispatch someone immediately. The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human, lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests.
The Jingliu, I've done the Jingliu quest where you play as, I forget the name of the kid, that really cocky kid who thinks he can win every fight and he's yet to win one. Where he bumps into Jingliu, assumes she's blind, escorts her out the area just for her to reveal that she's not at all. And then she, like, challenges him to a competition, kicks his ass. Yanquen, yeah. I've done that one. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about, but I've done that one.
I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
But one if I actually hanging out with Jingliu? No, I haven't done that. If it's one of actually hanging out with her, I mean. Carlos, so captive, he steps aside after you explain your identity and show him your general's order.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring.
Oh, fair enough. Well, Stellaron's.
Shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
Yeah.
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species. Yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the abundance.
Cocolia gets ignored. Oh, I predicted Cocolia wasn't making it very early on in that story. Like, it wasn't like a Signora thing where it's like, oh, I think this is a villain that's going to be, like, coming and going quite often. Oh, she's dead. No, Cocolia, I was like, no, the only way this is moving forward is her being out of the picture.
So, you witnessed it too? The ambrosial arbor's resurrection. Magnificent. In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall, Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the ambrosial arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that
but she fine? Yeah, you know what's more fine?
Humanity
Bronya.
realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh. But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus.
And we might not have got that sick as hell boss theme out of it if she didn't turn as far as she did.
Soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the ambrosial arbor.
Zila wants to know your location.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
What did you do to these Cloud Knights?
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus. To eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence, a life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? I can...
Honestly, their abundance can be pretty OP in Simulated Universe. I've done one run with destruction. I've done a number of runs with destruction. Sorry, I've done one run with the hunt. I meant, and I've been kind of sitting on preservation a couple, but I haven't really messed with abundance. Now I've got a healer. Maybe I'll do abundance because there's a lot of abundance stuff that's like, hey, if you heal, you get this. It's like, well, I don't have a healer, so that's a wasted bonus. But now I have one. I might mess with it.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
Master Diviner, you're back.
Ah, the world's smallest queen, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now.
Why didn't you tell us about the disciples of Sanctus Medicus earlier?
Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult?
This is a segue into us joining the fray.
Sharp as always.
Don't give me that little smile. Don't give me that little file, Fushuan. Don't give me a little smile like, oh, you knew I was gonna make you work for me. Don't give me that little fucking smile, because now I can't be mad at you. Don't give me that fucking... Don't do that. Now I can't be mad at you, because I'm like, oh, you're so cute.
I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting, so there! Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield? We're not? Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented.
Alright, so I guess following her just interrupts the dialogue. Good to know. I was like, yeah, if I just go at a casual pace, we'll be fine.
The more they pursue,
don't worry, Fushuan, I'll be back in a second. I haven't been in this corner, so I want to see if there's loot. Like, and then with the Diviner, there is the... Wait, where have you gone? Stell? March? Wells? Where the fuck do you all get to? She's like looking around everywhere. She's like, I didn't foresee this. Oh, she had turned around as well. Oh, that's to go down the floor. Okay, hang on. Oh, that wall's glitching out as well. What's with the, like, the textures in some of this area? Not authorized to use the lift. Oh, fair. I have but one goal. Yeah.
What a headache.
Ah, fuck it, I will use it. Just get rid of it.
I'll free you from your chain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
mess with... A sharp scythe needs targets.
Imagine Fu Swan's gonna say, do I have to put you on a leash?
Morning bells chime in a dream.
And who'd win? A child.
Around me.
Because Lucas just fought everyone in the town. Child's fought every motherfucker on the planet. Child in terms of like power scaling, I think Child would just sweep. I think Luca would get his ass kicked.
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion.
And Tanoni, right? Yeah, I still think Child would win. After that one bit in Fontaine, where like his vision doesn't work, and like all the bandits try and take the opportunity then and there, and he one taps every single one of them, even with no visions, it's literally just his martial art prowess. Yeah, no, I think he'd be fine. I think he'd win.
An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara.
Yeah, Genshin has its moments. So I try not to talk as much when the dialogue's actually advancing, because I'd like to try and pay attention a little bit. If you haven't noticed already, like I tend to shut up when the dialogue's playing to just kind of listen, hear what's going on and whatnot.
Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you.
The smoke can't affect us?
Indeed. This demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights. The ambrosial arbor is taboo for the Luofu, and the Xianzhou alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the general would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-lived species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
Oh, that one in Ganyu's quest, you mean? Where it's literally picking berries and you just assume Fred go beat the shit out of him. He's like, I'm just trying to get berries here, guys. Why did you have to go be so mean?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality. One step at a time.
I don't want to act according to their predictions.
I do not wish to be their puppet either. In any case, we do not walk alone and unhindered on our paths. Our choices define us and influence others.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, like, every now and then, where they show that, like, you know, Fatui isn't just inherently evil, they are an organization, it's just an organization that usually goes against what we're after. When they don't just treat them as the baddies all the time. That's what I also really appreciate with Arlecchino, because Arlecchino is a woman who put her country first, and her allegiances second. And so you got to see a very human and more natural Fatui member, instead of just baddie.
The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left
I mean,
defending
yeah, but you know
yourself.
what I mean. It isn't just she's just baddie, kill, must stop you, ha 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 ha. She reasons with us. She makes an understanding with us. We share information. We work together at points. There's motives and systems and things. It's not just she's out to kill us, baddie, get the Gnosis, go.
What? It's not too late to practice holding my breath.
That was cute.
We're still far from the elixir crucibles. I'm no healer, but I do know that dosage is important in the application of poisons. Even so... Okay, I admit it. I'm terrified. I'm still young. I don't want to become Mara-struck so soon.
Then you'd better return to the home front.
Out of the question. Jingyuan gave me authority over the Cloud Knights. If I can't stand on the front lines, then how can I succeed him as a general? How can I win the hearts of the people?
Gee, I wasn't expecting that kind of reaction. What if I say the other way? But if your condition worsens...
My fortune is fluctuating between the Marsh and Heaven trigrams. I can avert disaster by being decisive. So stop talking to me and distracting me. I'll focus on keeping my sanity. The rest is up to you. Do you not trust me? If I told you I wasn't certain, would you turn back on the spot?
What is this other side of Fushuan we're getting to see here? Do divination.
No need. Aside from divinations and calculations, my instincts are accurate too. Though I'm sure a little reassurance wouldn't hurt. You don't know what being Mara-struck actually means, do you? The healers believe that the Mara-struck condition is related to memories. Unsurprisingly,
Probably the most composed and understanding harbinger we've met.
long
Yeah, exactly.
lifespans. But there is a
And it makes me
limit to the
curious
one's
about
capacity.
Captain and Colabina and shit like that when we meet them eventually.
After centuries and millennia, a long-life species' emotional threshold becomes higher and higher. Simultaneously, their memories fade and become dull under the erosion of time.
Fushuan being young, maybe like
Leaving
300 to
behind
200 years
only
old, and
the
Sancho
most
turns. Yeah,
extreme
fair.
and vivid recollections, which are almost guaranteed to be memories full of anguish and regret. Do you understand now? The fate of all long-life species is to no longer feel joy and happiness, left only with hatred and regret etched into the heart. Under such extreme conditions, a person's ego starts to crumble. And that is the beginning of the Mara-struck condition. Short-life species don't need to worry about this. Feel better?
Phew, I do. I never had memories to begin with.
Mon's like, it's a good thing I'm an amnesiac.
No, you still don't understand. The condition isn't caused by memories, but by the emotional threshold having been... Never mind. You can regard it as a memory issue.
I want to see what she says if I go the other way. What if I say you don't have to quite clue, do you?
Nonsense! I'm very certain. 100%! Though I'm sure a little reassured. The healers, after centuries and millennia... Do you understand? Short life speak... Phew.
Okay, the rest is the same. How large are the disciples of Sanctus Medicus' forces?
Only a handful of converted alchemists and healers. They can drive fantastic creatures into battle and strengthen their bodies with medicinal pellets. But they are no match for the Cloud Knights. That's why they decided to spread this demonic vapor.
It's always an event change or playable regardless of time pass. Well, I managed to do the whole museum quest, and I think that was an older update. And the whole Fight Club quest.
There is a gulf in strength between us, yet they still emerged into the
Or
open
event,
and
not
rebelled.
quest, you know what I meant.
Something isn't right. They must be waiting for some shift in fortune. I will come at once when the crucibles are doused and the smoke dissipates.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering.
Yeah, well said, March. Anyway, down into the dome.
Oh, wait, Miss Ting-Yun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Your life is more important, Miss Ting-Yun. Go back. We can explain to the General.
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe. Not to
Ting-Yun's gonna get
mention, I'm
fucked.
younger
I can
and
already tell.
stronger than I
Listening
look.
to this dialogue, Ting-Yun's gonna fucking... She's gonna get
The
destroyed.
benefactors have probably lived longer than me.
She's not making it. Oh, what the fuck?
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Not thin enough. We need to hurry.
I feel like that's not how that's supposed to happen. I don't think it's supposed to, like, go in itself like that. I'm seeing a few graphical glitches today. I feel like...
Don't mess with me.
And this bitch summoned. This should get rid of both our Thunderbow strikes.
This battle is unavoidable.
Oh, it got rid of one of them. It doesn't do both of them. Okay. The most recent one I can't yet. Because then I have to do this quest first before it lets me.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
All will be revealed.
I'm assuming you meant Dan Hung, not Dan Shu.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Dan Shu, the blind woman. Oh. Not sure it's on my head. Probably, because I've done everything as I've unlocked it.
We shall take back what we lost.
But I can't do... No. No, it's on my text. Yeah, I can't do this, so I do this quest.
What a headache.
Oh, yes, I have done that one.
I can do this.
Where you end up having to chase her around, or she tries to make you like a part of her cult.
Tedious.
Like she beats all friendly, and then after she's like, "Hey, why don't you try this medicine?" I'm like, "No, no," and I took it back to like the not detective's place, and they went, "Yeah, no, you shouldn't have had this. It's good that you didn't have this. This shit would have fucked you up." There you go. I went after her.
Blade of moonlight.
Because regardless of the faith and trust, it was ultimately to try and get us into her devil cult, so fuck her.
Turn it off! Why did you turn it on?
Well, I didn't realize they were all linked. That's funny, though, that you can turn it back on. That's kind of funny. Greg Miller.
Who goes there?
It was the same with the Clara quest, where at the end it's like...
Troublesome. Don't mess with
either
me.
let... I forget what the robot was called. Let the robot stay and Clara can slowly work to try and repair it, not knowing if it'll ever actually work again. Or we go with Savog's idea, and you dismantle it, and I went with Savog and dismantle it, which broke Clara's heart, but it's like, no, it's never going to get better. You're just going to torture yourself endlessly for a miracle. The kid's got to learn that something's, it's okay to let go.
I'll crush them all!
I'll free you from your chains!
Turning them all, the squad wasn't
Disappear
believe,
among
yeah.
the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Wait, did you just turn it back on? I didn't know I could! Well, you can! Turn it back off!
A sharp side
This one's
needs
on, so I
target.
can turn this one off. As it glitches for itself. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure that's like a stationary model that should have, like, it should cease to exist so it can move. Don't know if it's why I'm getting all these technical glitches are creeping in. I don't know if these are just like crept in with 1.5's launch and they haven't been patched out yet.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Let's get rid of that Thunderwoe. It didn't get rid of that Thunderwoe. Fucking great.
Tedious.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm scared.
Stay put. Get them.
Unworthy.
Don't tell me shit like that. I don't know when crazy things gonna happen.
A sharp scythe needs targets.
Oh, there's like trouble up there though.
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
For free? Defeat?
Danshu.
Oh, this is why you asked about Danshu.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Luofu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended. Nor did we witness...
I can fix it. My guy, I don't think she wants to be fixed.
We now have an opportunity.
I think she will just break you. I think she'll just make you worse.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice.
And then then the truth reveals itself. She tries to do all that fancy talk. The moment she gets bit back, well, you let go of power, so I don't care. Yeah, okay, there's the real view.
To guard and defend. Crush them. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Schwan's aka Microsoft. Speaking of Maxor, the next video is probably soonish.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Protect me. Protect me.
And I'm still not sure what it is he's actually covering.
Don't mess with me.
Oh, there she is. Can't use a bit.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Oh, you can't use abilities to dispel. Oh, interesting.
You'll pay for this.
Except get fucked, because I just did.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
Don't come any closer.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Goodbye.
Why? She said...
She said what? That you'd win? You just take power, you're all good? As the storm is approaching. Yeah, she's certainly very vicious.
Arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that... Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn.
Oh, that's why she fucking came with her. She's evil.
Directly. I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Surely you can withstand the blessing of destruction.
Oh! Oh!
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself.
Did it... Oh, was you possessing Ting Yun? Did you just kill Ting Yun?
Lord Ravager of Antilia. I have come with a single purpose.
Uh-oh.
To set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
It's a minute to fucking crack her neck back like that. What the fuck kind of exorcist bullshit is this? She was possessed then.
Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together. You'll pay for this.
Don't mess with me. What a headache.
This is a formidable enemy. It's just the same shit we've been doing before. Come on, guys.
Stand down. Blade of
entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them. I'll free you from disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You are fortunate that Sephiroth and Selenova never set their gaze upon the Xianzhou. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction by their own hand. But since that stubborn general of yours has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the ship.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
My apologies for leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to entertain you.
They're dead, Philamptia. I'm sure my friends will be happy to... They're fucking dead. What friends? They're all dead. I just beat them all. Fuck you.
Hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting-Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Phantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting-Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Phantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting-Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting-Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Phantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
Oh, okay, so Ting-Yun's still alive. That wasn't Ting-Yun, that was an image. That was like an imagery, like, copycat. Assume HR's version of the Harbingers, but... Yeah, the Ravagers, if they all work for Nanook, Nanook wants us dead. So, yeah, I get in that sense, I guess. That's to say, Ting-Yun.
You're saying that the real Ting-Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting-Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting-Yun, it does raise the question of why Phantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting-Yun's remains behind as a
yeah, it's only the most, like, graphic in terms of its imagery and the sound and everything. It was definitely up there. It's like, I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, I wasn't expecting that.
I believe this to be Phantilia's goal. To sow seeds of doubt among us, and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen? Planting a Stellaron in the Luofu? All part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Phantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her.
I wonder what more SR will give us in the future. Looking forward to what it is, if this the track they take. You know what it also brings up, or makes up with me, and it's something I forgot to mention because I usually end up bringing it up, is in Zenless Zone Zero, their next game, it's going to have a higher age rating. If they're making characters break their own necks in Star Rail, the fuck are they going to do in Zenless? Well, of making doppelganger mockeries of characters break their own necks, what are they going to do in Zenless, you know? I still believe Fu Xuan is a Maxwell character. It's a character Maxwell would simp for.
We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve.
What's this undestroyed letter? Oh, okay. There's a treasure chest over here, so hang on a minute.
Haste.
Hang on a minute, Fuswan, you can wait. How many treasure chests have I got? 11 of 15. Okay, so there's probably one at least in this zone, but we can't access it yet. But I'll go with plot for a second. Yeah, I haven't had any, like, major cussing, but it is already minor cut. What? Look at this! What the fuck is going on? Hang on. I want to see if this fixes anything. Why is, like, the landscape being super glitchy? Yeah, messing with the game, yeah. Like, why do we keep on getting super glitchy sceneries here, there, and everywhere? What's going on?
We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge.
Okay, it's good now.
The ambrosial arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste.
And these don't look weird anymore. Okay. I've noticed the internet in the corner, the millisecond speed took in a divot, so maybe it was a server issue. Because it wasn't like that when a minute ago. I wonder if that took a punishment. And there was something going on in the server that made it a bit finicky. Because it does seem slower.
That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable.
Which one? You sound so mad. I get it. It's built into your genetic code. What do you mean by this? You know, because you're small. The smaller you are, angrier. You know, your meme, your joke. Are you making fun of me? No, I'll stop talking.
What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
What's in you?
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back, I think Mr. Yang was right. Ting Yun was behaving strangely. She was fascinated with the Abundance's creations.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. We'll have to let the Cloud Knights get to the bottom of what happened to the real Ting Yun. As for the Ting Yun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. Her appearance was designed to sow seeds of doubt among us. We cannot allow ourselves to fall into her trap. It is a delve governed by the Vidyadhara. Supposedly an ancient oceanic region transferred from the Vidyadhara home planet. After the ambrosial arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left gnarled and broken. Yet it never died. The Alliance decided to seal the arbor within Scale Gorge waterscape, entrust it to the High Elders of the Vidyadhara, and rely on the power of long scions to constrain it. It has been so long. No one knows whether the seal remains. Even if it does, I doubt it will hinder that spectral Lord Ravager. I've reported the current situation to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. He said he had important matters to personally attend to.
Oh, so he's probably encountering Blade.
The situation stands on the edge of a precipice. We must trust in the General. Why are we still here? Things will change if we tarry too long.
Are we done with the quest, though? That's what I want to check. That's... Because then we can do the Dan Heng side. If they come back to life, then we must kill them again. Defeat the Master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. No, okay. It's still being hella slow. We'll see what happens. If that starts to clean up in a while, then brilliant. If it doesn't after a bit, I might wrap up early because I'm paranoid it will start messing with more things. But it might just be that I picked the worst day to stream this game and it's like server maintenance going on.
What worries me?
It's a while ago.
This is... You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit. I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Then why didn't you just fucking say that? Su Shang responds.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
Oh, that's funny. Hazel messaging us. The Cloud Knights invite us to go with them. Your homeland's got some really big crucibles. Why are you near the Orient elixir furnace?
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information.
Alright, it technically comes us in like dungeon mode here.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
Wait, can I go and talk to them actually?
Now's not the time to turn back.
Fuck! Oh, and he's gonna go the other route.
What a huge cauldron.
This Orient cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide, and refines it into medicinal pellets.
So they're over there at current because there's a little ago. And what, we're gonna just miss them? Is that what it's gonna be? Danhan's gonna get there just as like Fu Xuan and the rest hop on the ship?
All the elixir crucibles that the Vidyadhara helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, cloud hymn magic is just the beginning.
Of Vidyadhara Mirage-go? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
They say that you're Lung's power incarnate. Is that true?
Long. I was exiled from the Xianzhou. I'm no longer one of the Scions of Permanence.
I doubt I will be here to see you take charge. No need to feel aggrieved. Vidyadhara go through cycles of life and death, existing forever in this world. By the time you are the High Elder,
my hatching rebirth will be complete, and I will be a child once again. Please take care of me.
Surging power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were, it seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
He's here.
Ah, shit, here we go.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here.
Thanks subtitles. Laughing in madness.
It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I have nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone.
Oh,
today,
Jesus
Fugitive.
Christ, Young Queen. You don't... Get the fuck out of here, kid. You're gonna die. If you haven't learned anything by now, it's that you're the worst warrior here. Stop pretending you're anything even remotely decent.
Jin Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop!
Jesus Christ! Everyone's fucking getting killed today.
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice.
Are you fucking stupid, kid? I just like, oh my god, this kid's gonna die.
I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters. Now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Come get me.
Oh wow, we actually are gonna go kill him.
No interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Literally, look at the squad lineup. It's the wrong way round. I was
Out of the way!
Blade and
Do not be afraid.
Blade and Super Dan. They're just going to destroy them.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
And the manipulation kicks in. She said, "Listen to me," so the manipulation immediately begun.
To send you. Too little.
Surrender!
Alright, let's speed this up a little.
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy? Failed to send you.
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
Kid, you're not gonna win. I don't know how to tell you this. You're fighting an Elder Lord and fucking an assassin that's immortal.
No, can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone.
Oh, you spend the... That's cool. You spend the charges.
There's no other way. Forgive me.
You spend charges that he builds up. So on next to his portrait in the bottom left. And then you can use it to just get super attacks. He's fucking dead.
Isn't over. All of you listen to me. Stop.
And thus the mind game bullshit kicks in again. And she's getting a little annoyed.
Are you satisfied?
She's starting to get a little annoyed. She was like, "Can you kids stop fucking fighting?" So, on Eurilo 6, the Traveler, Nameless, because the Traveler is Genshin, Express Lovely, got her super form upgrade. Now here on the Luofu, Dan Heng's got his super mode upgrade. Does that mean on the next planet, March is going to get an upgrade? Just throwing that out there. Does that mean March is about to get, like it's going to get, like, some goated with the swords? He looks cool, though. His super form looks sick.
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Luofu's hotshot general.
Qingyuan.
General!
Getting Damon Mills the voice Blade in the English dub was such a fucking good choice. Oh. Anytime Blade opens his mouth, I'm just like, ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend,
fire choice.
you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
Listen to that. You know, Jesus. Damon Mills killed it as Blade. He did it amazing.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together?
I mean, is he going to transform back to our Dunhung, or is that just how he looks now? Is he going to show up and he's going to like March and Azel will be like, "Hi, oh!"
Luminescent depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Danheng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
So essentially, Dan is a Vidyavara, whatever they call it, the long-living whatnot, where they just get rebirthed. And so he was Danfeng. Everything happened. He betrayed and got banished and all that shit. Died, got reborn as Danheng because that's just how the Vidyavara work. And so he's still got the power and the essence of what came before because of the transfer of, like, you know, rebirthing and all that shit. But he is technically a new man.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, and exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you.
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Danfeng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Danfeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Danfeng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Danfeng is no more. Now, there is only Danheng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you.
Oh, I was gonna say, so he drops the spear for just fuck you flower magic. Can I see what his character portrait look? No, I can't. Oh, yes I can. Oh no, he's not on the screen. Look, I can see it, like, it says, look, on the top left, L1, story. Fuck. I guess because he wasn't playable, like playable as in rollable yet, so they were still fine-tuning some details, so they just don't let you see him at this point. Like when this story quest dropped, I think.
Stellaron hunters and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over. Yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath. Even if it means the end of the Luofu. Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantalia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more.
So when do you think we're going to catch back up with the gang and they have to see this? You know?
Do you know something? When Don Fong committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The Dragon Transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme. But you cannot hide fire with paper.
Well, unless it was like a tree's worth of paper all at once, then it'd probably flatten and like suffocate the fire in like an instant. But yeah, in general speaking, you keep on throwing books into it, it's not going to work out. Oh boy, this will be interesting.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go.
This is going to be funny. Oh, we're trial teaming with everyone. That's funny. Okay. Oh, why are we back in baseball bat mode? Canonically, I would have thought we'd still be in fire mode. Yeah, the boy was as worthless as we knew he was going to be. Young Queen is so hilariously useless, yet so weirdly confident in his abilities despite the fact. Yeah, can't view info. Yeah, it's like, because this character wasn't finished when this story happened. Got it. That's why they're not letting you see anything. Because certain details are going to be changed and shit.
Conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
My turn.
Oh, Marge, it's been a while since I've heard you go, my turn!
Heaven's Surge. Break.
I mean, it's one way to sell the character, though. Just, hey, do you want to watch them do really cool shit?
Heaven's
Like,
Surge.
just boom!
Rise.
Everyone stop now. Hey, you have my attention, yeah.
Time for the master stroke.
Oh, interesting word choice, Sam, my man. Alright, let's see what this is.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word.
Show no mercy.
Cool. Hey, I think we're gonna be fine, but...
Try that again.
Oh, I completely forgot about girl power. It's almost like I swapped March off hella fucking quick.
Rules are made to be
broken.
A foregone conclusion.
Tough luck running into me.
I'm curious though, what are like the preset stats for everyone? Oh yeah, it won't tell you because he's not playable. Give you some of the details there. That was pretty well balanced. Anyway.
Let's go.
Heavens, rise!
Xing Yuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Just not quite in the way you're used to.
Huh? Is that... Dan Heng? You are Dan Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Dan Heng?
Hold out your hand. You're still part of the gang.
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, What's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the Senior Videodra's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Videodara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Videodara statue.
It looks so much like Dan Hong. I wonder if...
Oh, Marsh is getting it. She's getting there. Oh, lyrics.
The statue... Is that... Dan Hong's brother?
So close.
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Videodara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
Oh, I was like, wait, oh, there we are over there. I was like, I want to talk to us. I want to talk to us. I want to see what we say if we talk to ourselves. Hey. Hazel looks at you. You both become silent. Is there something you'd like to ask? Hazel shakes her head. She doesn't want to speak. Nobody can get her to open up. That's cute.
You scared the heck out of me. For a second I thought you'd annoyed the General. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express?
I was worried for your safety.
Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Don Hong.
Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home.
Thank you for your help along the way.
You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Hong. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Himiko's just minding her business, drinking her tea up in the Express.
Imbibitor Lunae's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before.
Why would the names of the banished be recorded?
Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Videodora reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
The statue of the High Elder has been greatly changed by years of weathering. There are small words engraved near its base. Hearken, as Arbor revives and foes near, we call forth the mighty waters of ancient sea to flood abodes of heaven and quell roots of evil. We etch this in stone for all to head. Beneath the endless rolling waves, the ancient roots of the arbor ablaze. Long dormant they stir and come to life, as if a beast were waking from its strife. The containment mechanisms woven by past thrones, the bindings that tamed the beast's power known, a fragile net soon to shatter and fall, its decaying a warning, heard by one and all. Memories from the past emerge from the darkness, tightly gripping you. Nice little bit of poetry we had during that. Alright, Moses. Oh, okay, found our next dungeon then. Also, 6 songs.
The annals mention that Scale Gorge waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Videodora used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan. General, are you planning to face Vantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
Oh, shit. Hey, does that count as the Dun Hung quest? Oh, it didn't. Fascinating. I thought that was what that was. Interesting. But I mean, we've got to do it, because otherwise, like, it'll be out of order. Let's go. We'll go do it. Because otherwise it'll be out of order.
So this is the Luofu's Ambrosial Arbor. It's my first time seeing it.
Aren't you a Cloud Knight?
Cloud Knights don't visit the Ambrosial Arbor without a reason. Plus, I'm new here. The Luofu's Plague Mark is a tree.
Even if this is also still already kind of out of order, because this is back when Su Shang was still with Dan Heng. This is before everything that just happened.
I heard that the Ambrosial
Oh, and,
Arbor
and this
shriveled
prick's
and
still here.
died a long time ago. How could it suddenly spring back to life and start growing again?
The influence of the Stellaron.
There's
no time for explanations.
A beautiful-eyed lady is here as well.
I'm wounded. I need your assistance in getting there. Once we get to Starskip Jetty, you can go your separate ways.
Well, there's nothing else for it. We're duty-bound to help the Ten Lords Commission.
It's like literally. I'm not gonna be able to get this to work, am I? But you can see what I mean. Fucking stop turning around. God damn it. No. It's fucking Yakuza 3. Beautiful eyes. Anyway.
Sorry. Oh, apologies for
See if it makes longer. I'll treat you guys back when we get to safety. Because you can slip away and find places with a hide, I'll come back and find you send her away. I'll operate alone.
A smart way to operate.
If it's dangerous ever, put yourself in harm's way.
And together is better.
It's like, come on, let's go.
I did not expect such a short journey to be filled with so many twists and turns. How does it feel, Master Dan Heng, to be a subject of the Ten Lords Commission?
It's a pain.
A good answer. Short and to the point. It would seem I've been unsuccessful in detangling myself of matters thus far. I suggest we hasten to Starskiff Jetty and send this judge of the Ten Lords Commission on her way. We must continue our own journeys as soon as possible.
You look familiar. Don't be nervous. I ran your facial profile against the records in the shackling prison just now.
She immediately went to criminal record checks. Thanks. That's kind of funny.
I don't think this is the way.
Oh, we're going down? Oh, whoops, alright.
Hey, wait for us!
Well, catch up.
You're the first Ten Lords Commission judge I've met. What do you guys do, exactly?
Our work concerns the Mara struck and the lifespans. I don't think this is the way.
Fuck, alright.
Authorized personnel only.
Chambers.
This chamber is... how do you pronounce it?
Sacred?
Sacrosanct.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, I'll let you off.
You sure know a lot, Mr. Locha.
You are too kind, miss.
That's something I do know. It's an Arumaton. They're service robots on the Xianzhou.
Be careful, everyone.
I mean, I don't know why I went to look for loot. This is technically like an optional quest area, so there's not gonna be any. So I just ended up interrupting dialogue for no reason, but oh well.
This battle is unavoidable.
Demons or devils, I'll crush them all!
All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
But if we're, like, in the main story about to go fight What's-Its-Face, like, the destruction bonus demon spirit that, like, murdered or created and then discarded a clone of Ting Yun, does that mean we're already nearly kind of done? Because if that's the case, then this is actually been significantly shorter. I know we've got distracted side quests a lot, but significantly shorter of a main story than what we've done in the past. What we did on the other one.
Pay for this.
So now it's like it's been 5 streams and this is our 6th stream. Like it was 5 streams for Uvelo 6 and it's 6 streams for this. But Uvelo 6 was also just doing it straight, whilst this we've been taking detours to do side quests a lot.
I'll end your misery.
This battle is unavoidable.
Protect me! Protect me!
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
A sharp scythe needs targets.
There's not anything down there. Don't even know why I'm looking. Like I said, optional area. They never give you loot.
Huh? Why is there still a civilian out here?
Oh, I already pressed square. I was ready to swing at this thing.
For the fate of the Artisanship Commission
Oh, it's
now
this
rests entirely
prick.
on my shoulders.
Oh no.
Not a chance. Asai, escape while you still can. There's no hope of the Cloud Knights arriving now. As darkness falleth, think not what is just. To this old man entrust your hopes. You must.
Don't try to be a hero.
Asai, since when were you able to speak?
Hey, do I sound like a dog to you?
No! My apologies, miss. No wonder I was confused. I never installed a human speech module in the little guy. No.
You still had to fucking think about it, though, you... This guy's high, right? We've just kind of, like, collectively agreed. This guy's just kind of high.
But what is the meaning of this? I'm the only one left here. The apprentices all fled. You should probably do the same.
You just said there's no hope of the Cloud Knights arriving. I happen to be a Cloud Knight. Wouldn't you call this a timely arrival? Come with us for now. I'll take care of things here later.
That won't do. As a senior artisan, I can't just abandon my post.
Looks like we're gonna have to resort to unconventional methods. Are you gonna come with us willingly? Or do I have to ask the guy behind me to carry you in his white death box?
Can you give me a moment to consider those options?
Now! Move it!
Oh, I guess not yet, but we'll keep that in mind. The not elemental site of having the dog with us. It definitely isn't the elements, just the elemental site we promised. It's a different game.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend!
Crush them!
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
I'll free you from your chains! Disappear among the sea of butterflies! Illusions of the past!
Nice. That's what I was hoping for, it's why I targeted that one. I was hoping it'd blow up and kill the other two. Also, when we're done here, I need to check if there's a new boss for me to fight so I can start getting Huohua's materials naturally. Instead of having to grind out other bosses, because that would save a lot of time and effort if I can just use that.
I'm gonna hold it. Protect me! Protect me! Yeah.
And I am genuinely curious if Dunhung is going to keep that form that he's in, or whether it's just for a while. It'd be really kind of comical, actually, if it's just... if it's permanent, it's just every time we see him, he now looks like this godman.
imps or devils. I'll crush them all! Get them!
A sharp scythe needs targets.
This is a few more steps and we're at the main gate. Thank you for escorting me. We must go our separate ways.
It's just a few steps away. You're not leaving with us?
Everyone has their duties and obligations. From the day I joined the Artisanship Commission, I've been taking care of the ins and outs of its operations without a day's rest. And today is no exception. The apprentices fled, as they should have. But I cannot let them see their master flee from peril. This is as far as I go with you. I must see what more I can do for the Artisanship Commission.
Master Gongshu.
No use in trying to talk me out of it, young miss. This old man cherishes his life. He won't do anything rash. On your way now.
This dickhead turns around with his back against you and alongside Dieting, staring into the Artisans Commission adamantly.
Everyone has their duties. Let's go.
Right, now I'm done. Now I'm done with the bit. I'm leaving. Wherever I didn't know. Okay.
It doesn't look like it wants to let us through. Do you think if I yell at it, it could scare it off?
I doubt that.
I appreciate the thought.
Taking orders from people.
Any ideas?
I've got one. Bring it down.
You know, you're getting less silent and more deadly by the minute. Sounds good. Let's get it.
Where'd the bomb come from? I'll set up on these three.
This battle is
tedious.
Oh, it's got more bombs. Oh shit.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, it's done. Fucking wow. Oh shit. Okay, Sealer. Okay, Sealer, I see you.
So, are judges all loners? You don't seem to have any backup.
Judges of the Ten Lords Commission have always acted independently, each carrying out their duty in solitude. However, I have a younger sister. You remind me of her.
Oh, that's cute.
There's the star skiff. The rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor was bound to bring calamity. The Cloud Knights must be at the Alchemy Commission, next to the Arbor. You should head the same way. Thank you for ensuring my safety on this journey. I will report this good deed to the Ten Lords. And if the opportunity arises, I will return the favor.
We're glad we could help. She mentioned the Cloud Knights were at the Alchemy Commission. I should find a ship and regroup with my unit. What about you?
The Alchemy Commission. Let's go together.
Aw, you just can't bear to see me go, huh? Come on then, let's go together.
We are most grateful, Miss Sushang.
Oh, simple enough. Put up. The real challenge is putting up with that idiot again. That Master Gushong or whatever his name was. Alright, they just fucking drop back here, huh? No questions asked, huh? Aha! Aha! I think that's what we need. So I hope it is. Hang on, I can check. Yes, okay, awesome. So I can just go do that fight now. Instead of having to, like, grind out other bosses and then do it. But I'm not going down there right now. Next time we meet, because that's going to be a whole thing. There's going to be a whole dungeon, then like a major boss, and then like the story ending and whatnot. No, I'm going to wrap up before then. I'm going to glance around here, because we didn't really check anywhere, just to see if there's any loot. And then I am going to wrap it up. But that is kind of cool. And we've had a lot of cool things happen in the story. I wasn't expecting anything that happened today, really. I wasn't expecting to get Danheng super mode. I wasn't expecting Ting Yun to actually be a puppet and then just get her neck snapped. And I wasn't expecting the story to kind of, like, beeline to its climax so quick. It feels like it kind of went from 0 to 100, like, real goddamn, like, fast. You know? How's you having fun, though? Yeah, cheers. Like, I'm enjoying it. I just want to see if there's any loot down this beach that I missed before I wrap completely. For a split second, I didn't think that was a boat. From way back over there, that boat, it kind of looked like some kind of creature. And I was like, what the fuck is that over there? No, it's the boat we arrived on.
Not bad.
And off screen, I will go back to the Alchemy Commission, try and find some alchemists. And by that, I mean loot the rest of this place out and then go fight this thing so I can level up Hua Hua. So she's not so I'll say behind. She's only one ascension behind. Yeah, she's all caught up and everything. I can't get this until I assume I assume this is the boss we get. This is what we get for killing the giant destruction thing that we're going towards. So I can't upgrade her any further in the same way I can't upgrade Jing Yun that much further until shit changes. Also, I do need to get one more sword. Actually, do I? Can I do that? Do I fucking... Alright, well, I have one more sword. That's that problem solved. There we go. And Bron and Zila are as kitted out as they can be for their current ascension. I need to work more on her relics. This is why she does, like, no damage. If you didn't notice that she does, like, negative damage, even though she's, like, I mean, she's a healer, so she's not supposed to, but even so, she shouldn't be that weak. It's because I haven't, upgraded all her shit yet. But yeah, I want to try and get her again, though. Actually, do I have any wishes? We could end on a wish. Or warped, sorry. Oh, I have enough for a few. Let's go. Nope. Negative. Come on, end it on a high note. Fuck. Last one. Never mind. Oh, we got 2 normal ones. Memories of the past. And that's it. Alright, well, we had our fun. Also, I like that Hua Hua's, like, phone case is just the Ghostbusters symbol, but it isn't, we promise. But I digress, I'm gonna wrap it here. So tomorrow, we're potentially finishing off Crime Machina, because it does seem like we are rapidly approaching the end. Similar to Crystar, I know Crime Machina, although there's technically multiple endings, they're endings that fall into one another. So once I beat the game, it will just carry on into the next ending path, so and so on. So there's no actual missable endings per se. But I digress. We might finish the game tomorrow, but I'm honestly not sure. We'll have to see. And on Friday and Saturday, I'm taking some time off. Friday off because of my mum's birthday, and Saturday is just, it's a convenient day to take off for me, so I'll take it. So, and after that, I'll be back on Sunday for more Star Rail. And then if we do finish Crime Machina, next week, we can actually start putting Nelke back into the schedule. Wouldn't that be something? We can actually start fitting in Nelke back into the schedule, because, duh. But I digress. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time, whenever it may be, to go fight that Lord of Destruction or whatever the fuck it is down there. But until then, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely really helps this little channel grow. Additionally, you can find my Twitter, my Patreon, and my PayPal in the description of every single video if you feel so inclined. But until next time, you guys take care now. Peace.